They all want to escalate the war in the Middle East, even though it could lead to World War III. A recent data for Progress poll found that 66% of likely US voters agree that the US should call for a ceasefire and de-escalation of violence in Gaza. So why is it not being discussed if it's something that even voters in their run-up to an election are interested in? Jewish-led protests, at least, is some cause for optimism, I would say, because if people that are directly affected, religiously affected, feel like peace would be the answer, perhaps this is the kind of leadership we should be looking towards. Let me know in the chat. But the Biden administration has actively tried to suppress discussion of de-escalation. The Huffington Post reported on October the 13th that an internal State Department memo instructed staff not to use the words de-escalation or ceasefire, end to violence or bloodshed, or restoring calm in press materials on the Middle East. Do not mention restoring calm. What we gotta do is exacerbate tension and conflict. Well, that seems to be going quite well. Good. That's because no one ever mentioned ceasefire or de-escalation. We're doing our part in the press. Once again, the Biden administration are involved in censorship. If you disagree with censorship, then this is censorship. Remember, one of the things we continually talk about is having some principles, I suppose. That means values that don't alter on the basis that you would benefit from ignoring that principle. Otherwise it's not a principle, it's a tactic. And here, the suppression of language like end to violence and restoring calm, like restoring calm, that's not something that should be said. Should we try and restore calm? Looking at broader cable news coverage, FAIR found that mentions of cease appeared in closed captioning on screen for an average of only 19.7 seconds per day on Fox, 11.1 seconds per day on CNN, and 9.2 seconds per day on MSNBC. Interesting bit of research. Over the course of a whole day on MSNBC, only 9 seconds were devoted to the word cease when there are wars everywhere. How many times did they say take your vaccine? 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 51 seconds. Stay free. See it first on Rumble.